Before I get into it, I'll just let you guys watch it. I'll just let you guys watch it, and then I will say my piece. You guys hear it?
I see that question in your eyes. For what purpose?
Wait, is this a new one? Yeah.
Alone in the dark.
Beginning the descent. Cruising depth in roughly 2 minutes. Stand by.
I ask myself that very same question.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities on the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Why would there be flames? You did test this thing, right?
This is the test. Closing porthole shielding.
Where's the reason for this quiet rapture? Too few to rebuild, too many to feed.
You're the first one down. All we have are surface scans, and that's why you're there. Well,
Is the video cut off? Oh, is it? Sorry.
I just agree. This is important. Food, air. We need this, not just to see all of us. We need this.
There aren't enough of us left to be throwing lives away, but there is too much at stake not to take calculated risks. Ian doesn't understand that. You don't understand that.
I just want to live. Is that so wrong? Why doesn't anybody else want that?
So here's my opinion. The lady announcer sounds really cringe. Here's my biggest gripe. The lady announcer is very, very, very forced sounding. Feels like small indie game, like, oh, like, what's a good example of this? Like that, there's like that, cow burger farm game or whatever, horror game where it's got like the cringy like voiceover shit in it, and it's like, I don't know, it's like, it feels, it's comical. It's comical. It's over the top. Yeah, it doesn't feel real. Yeah, the lines were not well delivered. And the idea that that's going to be like the antagonist, that's going to be like what they're going back and forth with, it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a stealth comedy, maybe. I feel like, you know, maybe they could have did like a Hal voice or something. I feel like if they had like a very monotone, like flat voice, I think that would have been harder to fuck up, I guess. But hold on.
Throwing lives away, but there is too much at stake not to take calculated risks.
It just sounds bad to me. It just sounds real. Maybe it sounds better in the movie. Maybe it sounds better in the movie. I think a no dialogue film could have worked. I think so too. Here's like my perception on the Iron Lung game, right? Like the Iron Lung game itself was very, like, you're isolated. There isn't anybody saying anything from what I remember. Like, it's, you find out bits of lore in the submarine by like reading little dialogue or diaries and stuff. You're alone. You're just in the submarine, yeah. There aren't any other characters. It's just you, and you're like a prisoner that's been put on this submarine to go and research like an alien blood moon. Brad, thank you. Visuals look good. If anything, I don't think they do look good. I don't think they do. I think this shit reminds me of like Firefly. It looks like a Netflix sci-fi. Not to say Firefly is from Netflix, but it looks like a Netflix low-budget sci-fi production, and that's okay. It's okay if you look like Doctor Who. But for like a horror, if this is supposed to be like a horror movie, then I don't know. Maybe you don't want to look like Doctor Who. If you want to, like, looking like Doctor Who is kind of, I don't know. For a horror, I don't think it's ideal. I think if you're like a little indie project, I feel like you could have gone really creative with like the visuals, because you're not worried about being like a highly profitable mainstream production, right? Kitsune, thank you. I want it to be good. I want it to be good too, but I'm not optimistic. It's really, how do I say this? I'm like a casual movie enjoyer. I really enjoy movies. Okay, I really enjoy movies, but I don't know all like the fancy lingo and stuff to describe what I'm looking at in like the quote-unquote correct ways. So, like the best I can say is it looks like a very, very dimly lit production of like Doctor Who, like 9th to 11th Doctors. I didn't watch the other ones, the newer ones. I didn't watch those. Maybe those ones look better. But it looks, everything looks very lifeless and not in like a cool way, but in like a, there was a lot you could have done here visually and everything just kind of looks like you're going on a Disney dark ride. It's giving Disney dark ride. I don't think it looks bad either. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you if you think it looks good. I think it looks ugly. I think it looks ugly. It looks like a Disney dark ride. The voices are really corny and not even in like a fun way. Maybe it will be fun, like actually watching it. Nothing about it has any, like this is the trailer, so this is supposed to be like all the best moments and stuff, right? Or maybe not supposed to be the best moments, but usually like the trailer is really trying to like sell you on everything. Looks like an interactive experience you're meant to go to and not watch. It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like those YouTube originals that were getting like pushed down your throat at one point on YouTube? Was it like 2015 they started doing that, the YouTube originals? Would it be cringe to rock Pippa patches of all my tactical gear, or would it be based? Well, I think it would be based, but Tubi original. Yeah, it's giving Tubi original. Like, let me show you guys the game. Look, here's Markiplier playing the game. Like, it's pretty vibrant, right? Like, it's dark, but it's also vibrant. Like, look at it. Look at the warm colors. Look at how, like, lived in it feels. It's low poly and everything, but it's got, like, it's got an interesting look to it. You played this, Pippa. I did play this. I did play this. But then you look at this, it's like, like, red and green are complementary colors, right? Why didn't you make the set a bit more like red, a bit more rusted, a bit more orange? It's dirty and brown. Why not make it like rusty? And then you have like the green from the lights, and then it's got like a strong visual appeal, right? This is just, this just looks dirty. It's gray, it's dirty. Like, the blood looks like mud. It's like, what happened? What happened? Yeah, but that's how Rust looks IRL. Okay, well, I have a controversial hot take for you. I don't think movies should look technically realistic. I think they should convey an idea. I think it's better if the lighting in a movie isn't 100% accurate, but instead lets you like see the thing that you're trying to look at. I think it's better if something looks like, if something feels like how it should look instead of looking like how it should technically look. That's my personal preference. So maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe this is supposed to be, it needs Mexico tint. I unironically like Mexico tint. I'm gonna be so real, chat. I like it when you're watching the movie and they go to Mexico and the sky is orange. It's like, ah, they're in Mexico. I like that. My stupid monkey brain, I like that. Why? Because it creates a separation. It creates distinction. It tells you this is where this other place is. This is the atmosphere. This is the vibe. Visual cues are good, yeah. It makes an atmosphere. It does. Same thing with like Twilight. They make the Pacific Northwest fucking blue. Everything is blue up in that shit. And you know what? That's great. Because you know what? That's what the Pacific Northwest feels like. That's what it feels like, bro. It feels blue. And it's terrible? Twilight? I think Twilight looks good. I think Twilight looks good. Is the story good? No. But the visual appeal, which is what I'm talking about, this does not look good. Mwah! Mwah! Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, bye-bye.